All right. Hey. Welcome. We are live. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Hi, my friends. Thank you for being here in the Elite Marketing Academy's Tuesday night training. And my name is Nestor Nidome, and I want to welcome each and every one of you who are here watching this live. And also for those of you who kind of be watching on the recording, I want to welcome you. But let me hold on for just 1 second as we wait for you guys to, maybe grab something to drink, maybe grab a notebook and some pen. You're going to want to write some stuff down. And today what we're going to be talking about is how to choose the correct online marketing, strategy, right? Hold on for just 1 second because it's going to be an echo. Cool, there it is. The choose the correct online marketing strategy that fits your personality. Okay, and the reason we're going to talk about that is because social media is such a there's so many choices nowadays, and each social media platform has its own nature, right? Has its own rules that you must follow, especially if you're an entrepreneur who wants to market on them, right? Each one has its own rules of how to market, how you generate leads from each one, and they're based also on your character, right? So we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nestor Nidome, also known in social media as the MakeMoneyFromHomeDad.com. And, I'm the founder of Elite Marketing Academy. And soon in a little bit, the co-founder Terrence Freeman is gonna join us right now in a few minutes. But for right now, it's just gonna be me and you, right? And everybody else who's here. And if you're excited about this, go ahead and write a comment on the bottom below. Write a comment, say I'm excited. I want to learn this stuff, right? It's cool, right? And if you're a cadet already, if you're a part of the Elite Marketing Academy, say hi, say hey, yeah, tell us, let me know what you are thinking about the training. Let other people who are here, who are not cadet themselves, who are not haven't yet are part of the Elite Marketing Academy, and they're here yet, they're here listening. Let them know from your standpoint of view, from your point of view, what's going on. Like, what is the excitement? Are you excited? Are you using the training? Is it cool? Is it not? I mean, is it working for you? Let them know, right? That way they can see the power of Elite Marketing Academy, and then they want to maybe join us, right? And it's easy to join us. There is a button that says join our Facebook group, and right now that is the most simplest way to join us at the Elite Marketing Academy, and how you can become a cadet. But you know what? Again, a little bit about myself. I've been an entrepreneur for about, for almost like 11, 12 years now. And, it all started back when I was in college still. I was going for my bachelor's degree, which I did get in psychology. But, right in the middle of it, I read this book. I was at the bookstore, and I saw this book that just called to me because it said Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? And it's funny because I never heard about Robert Kiyosaki. I guess Robert Kiyosaki was kind of barely starting out. This is back maybe around 2000, 2001 or so. And I got this book and I read it, and it changed my life forever, because all of a sudden I knew how I was going to become free, right? I saw it, I read it, and I was like, wow, there is a chance to become free, right? To become your own boss, and it's by becoming an entrepreneur, right? So that's kind of how I started I got introduced into this whole world, and that's when I started my journey. And ever since then, I started to, practice the craft of entrepreneurship with businesses, right? I had a DJ business that I started. I was doing DJs for parties, right? And right after that, I started an online thing. This is when back in the 2000, right, when the online thing was going on. So I tried to create my own website. I didn't know anything about anything, right? I was just getting started, but I dabbled on that, and then I started to hear about this residual income thing, and then I started to think, how do I do residual income? And I started to think, hey, maybe a vending machine will be great, right? So I started with a one gumball, two-head gumball machine that I was able to put like in a little restaurant. to sell gumbos, right? And it gave me pretty good money. It was giving me about like $100 a month, right? But in gumbos, right? And I will only visit it maybe once or twice a month to refill it, change the old product if I needed to. And well, I mean, they will call me once in a while just in case a quarter was lost or something. But then what I did after that, I liked it so much that I bought another gumbo machine, and then I bought it, and then I started to buy bigger machines, right? I started to buy soda machines and snack machines, and then I had the big machines, right? And I grew this business up to 40 locations around the city, and that is where I started to kind of get introduced with the whole going out there, talking to other business owners, talking to people, got customer service, things like that. But it wasn't enough. It was like, you know what, I like this, but I can go bigger, right? And so this is when I started to really think about entrepreneurship and really was smart about it. By this time I already had graduated and everything, but I said, you know what, I need to be trained, like as a manager. I need to be able to be there. And so this is when I went into the and discovered that Pizza Hut had, at least at that point, I don't know, still they do, I'm pretty sure they do, had one of the best managerial training in the whole country. So what I did is I got hired as a driver, and ever since the first day, I was always kind of like thinking, I gotta grow, I gotta increase, I want to be bigger and bigger, right? And so as I did that, I was training, and I was asking my general manager, well, I want to become a shift manager or a general manager, right? So he's like, okay, so you got to learn all the positions and everything, right? And that's what I started to do, right? But you know, it's like it was like kind of step by step, right? I still had my business, right, at that time, and I was starting to become a shift manager, and then once I did that, I did it for a while, and then I was like, okay, I'm ready for a general manager, and that's when I became a general manager, right? But at this time, I was still kind of reading a lot about it, Robert Kiyosaki and all the stuff about business, and I started to get Robert Kiyosaki's coaching, right, personal coaching, where the coach started to kind of work with me and my wife at and how to grow our business, right? That's when I started to say, you know what, I want my own restaurant, I want a bigger business, I want a brick and mortar, right? I already learned what it is to be a general manager. I know all the aspects of it. Now it's time for me to do it, right? So I quit Pizza Hut, and I started my own, restaurant, right? And that was great. That was great and all, right? And I still had the vending machine business, but then it was kind of too hectic, right? Two businesses at the same time. So kind of like 2 years after, I sold all the vending machines off, and I started to sell everything. And so that's kind of when I started to just deal with the restaurant. And that's the only thing that I was dealing with. But that's because it all of a sudden started. It kind of sucked me into it. It started to work from 70 to 80 hours a week. Hold on for just one second. My daughter needs me. All right. Sorry about that. She was trying to get some chocolate and stuff like that. Sorry about that, guys. But you know what? It's been a long journey, and that journey brought me to the online world, where I started to dabble into the online world. And here's where the real story starts, right? Here's where the real story starts, because I had all this experience in businesses and running businesses and having my own businesses and everything. But when I came to the online world, I did it because I wanted to make money from home, right? I wanted to make money from home. I wanted to just be able to do something that didn't require me going outside, right? Not even to sell or anything. And so when I came in here, I started to learn about this online marketing thing and being able to promote affiliate programs and things like that. But it took me about like almost 3 years to get the hang of it. I mean, I did $0 within those 3 years. Not really $0. I made on like maybe like $100 or something like that within those 3 years, right? And so, but it was incredibly frustrating for me, because I was trying as hard as I could, and I couldn't get it in my mind how, I was always thinking, this was always in the back of my mind. I come in here to the online world, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make money from home, right? And but then 3 years pass, I haven't made like nothing, right? I've just been spending money buying all these programs, right? and I'm frustrated. I went into a depression because I was like, what's going on? I was blaming myself. I started blaming other people. I wanted to just throw the computer out into the, into the wall. I just wanted to quit. And it was just so frustrating to me. And all this time I had this thing in my mind of like, how can this be possible? How can this be possible when I was out there, when I was doing my businesses, I was able to build a 40 location without knowing anything. And I went to the restaurant business, and I built a restaurant, and I had clientele and they loved me, and yet I cannot make this work, right? What is going on? And all of a sudden what happened is that you know I was trying everything. It wasn't like I wasn't really trying, right? I was trying like Facebook chatting. I was trying YouTube marketing. I was doing everything I could to bring in the traffic, to bring in the leads, and to make those sales, right? But nothing was working for me, right? Nothing was working for me. And then what I started to notice is that some people were making it happen. Some people were getting results. And then all of a sudden, me being there 3 years, of course, it happened where people started to come in, and there were newbies, right? They were totally new people like me when I just got started. But me now, I was in here like 2 years into it, right? 2.5 years or so into it. And yet they started to get results, right? And they didn't have any experience in business. They didn't have any experience in nothing. They were like they were either a teacher or they were a bus driver or something. And I'm not trying to put them down or anything. I'm saying like experience in business, right? Like I ran a business, I had a business. I thought I was smart, my big head or something, right? And yet these people will come in like with no business background and will make it happen. And that was always baffling to me, right? Of course, other people will come in with business experience and would also make it happen. So what I started to sit down and analyze what was going on, and I would say, why are these people doing it? And then I started to think about my businesses, right? And how I was training people, and how I would train my employees, and how that was working. I was like, look, it's like if somebody would just give me the step-by-step answer to this, I will be able to do this, right? I will be able to make this happen. Right. And so I started to like see what's going on, until one time this young lady, God bless her heart, shared with me a training, right, that she was going through. It was for Craigslist, right, to be able to generate traffic, leads, and sales through Craigslist, right? And that was the first time I got introduced to something that I was looking for, that I knew that if you taught it in this manner, anybody who would follow the steps would succeed, right? Because every other training I was getting, nothing. Everybody was teaching mindset and BS, right? Everyone was like BS. And I was that person who's like, okay, get to the point, give me the meat and potatoes, show me the step-by-step, right? I was that person, right? And so when I got this training, for Craigslist, I followed it, right? It will tell me, purchase this program, right? Because you're gonna need to, if you know anything about Craigslist, right? You can't be marketing like affiliate stuff or anything like that. So you have to hide your IP address. So it's like you gotta buy this program so you can hide your IP address. You gotta buy this other program so you can do random messages. And so I bought the program, and I bought this program, and it said, okay, you gotta do your lead capture pages this way. So I started to do the lead capture page that way, and I started to do exactly what this training did. And hold and behold, all of a sudden, what happened is that I got my first lead. I really truly got my first lead, and then another lead, and another lead, and it started to work. And I was like, my gosh. I mean, it's like, and that's when I was like, my gosh, it's like, this is what I'm talking about. Why aren't people training like this, right? Why aren't people doing these sort of things, right? And so, I got my first taste of success after about 3 years, right? After about 3 years, I got my first taste of success. But, Craigslist changes so much, right? It changed so much that I got leads, I got sales, and it was working really good for me. But then I was like, you know what? I need something else. And so that's when I knew the formula. I knew that if somebody would teach me step by step, then I could do it, right? And that's when I found another friend who was being very successful in Instagram. right? And so when he taught me exactly what he was doing, step by step, how to set this up, what programs I needed, how do I needed to follow up with people, I needed this program and I needed this tool, right? I bought it. I did exactly what he told me to do, and again, it worked like magic. It worked like magic. All of a sudden, the leads started to come in, the traffic, the leads, the sales. It was working so well, right? It worked so well that I started to get on the leaderboards for my affiliate program that I was selling, right? I got on the leaderboards. I was in the leaderboards for months on, for most leads and for most sales, right? I was number 2 for most sales. And one of the days I got to be number 2 out of hundreds and hundreds of affiliates. I got to be number 2 for most member signups, right? For bringing in the most members, I was number 2 in their affiliate program, in their leaderboards, right? And so that's when I started to understand and to believe. I was like, see, if you can train this stuff, because one of the things that me being from like corporate kind of like building my own business kind of deal, I always thought like this. It's like if I had my own business, right? If I had my own business and I was training somebody to do something, I'm not going to be BSing around. I'm going to train them exactly how they need to be trained in order for them to get success, right? Because if it's taking them 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years to understand it and finally get success, my business is gonna die, right? So that's kind of what I was always thinking. It's kind of like, what's going on, and this is the reality is that a lot of people, they have this, a lot of gurus, right? I don't want to mention names. I don't want to step on any toes, right? They're having a lot of success, but the truth is that a lot of people don't teach this way because they find that they're building competition for themselves. All of a sudden, it's like if they teach somebody exactly what they're doing, guess what? That's another person who's in competition with them, right? Hold on for just 1 second. I have the door open. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. There was a car with a big muffler or something passing by. So that's when trying to get back to my point because I kind of lost it. But what I was trying to say is kind of that. It's like I always knew that that you could train people, right? And I going back to the gurus, right? It's kind of like they feel like they're in competition. That if they teach somebody, like all of a sudden they're gonna deplete the marketplace because there's gonna be too many people marketing in there or too many people marketing that way, that all of a sudden it's gonna deplete it. But that's a lack mentality, right? That's kind of greedy because they're having all the success, right? They're taking the money, right? They will gladly take my money so they could train me, but then they will BS it and they will never train me, right? They will never go step by step telling me exactly what they were doing, right? So I mean, I will gladly pay, hundreds, thousands of dollars, which I've had, right? I will gladly pay thousands of dollars in order for me to get some training that will teach me exactly how to do it, and and be able to get the traffic, leads, and sales, right? And no BS, right? And this is what exactly the foundation of the Elite Marketing Academy, because I was saying, what, I'm tired of this stuff. I'm tired of watching other people in all in all certain categories, because this is not only happening. It was not only happening to me. It's happening to 98% of the population. 98% of the people who are coming in here, who are in network marketing, who are in MLMs, who are in their regular business, right? Business owners, real estate agents, who are coming into the online world, trying to get leads from online. They spend years trying to figure something out that it's so simple. It's just so simple. You don't need years. You don't need months. You only need a couple of days, or a couple of weeks maybe at the most, in order for you to set things up, right? And here's the thing. One of the hardest things about this whole online thing is just setting it up, going through the training, going step by step, and being able to get the training, right? Hold on for just 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. A lot of interruptions. I do make money from home, right? I'm at home, so kids are running around and they're coming in. But here's the thing: it's like this is exactly what what the Elite Marketing Academy was the whole thing about that is that the whole idea of being able to bring the right training. Hold on for just 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. There's a lot of noise going on. So like I was saying, that's exactly what we're trying to do with here with the Elite Marketing Academy, is bring you the training and exactly how it is. So if you want to become a cadet, you can just click the link at the bottom of this video, get in there, and the step-by-step trainings are inside our Facebook group already under the file section, right? That's where you can get the trainings right here. Right here, of course, in this time frame, we don't have a lot of time to go step by step training you. It's better if you go in there and then you can ask us questions, you can get to know us, right? And you can actually implement some of these things, right? But what I want to kind of share with you, and I see that Terrence already kind of showed up here, and he's going to share more about this with you. But one of the things that I wanted to share you about how to choose the correct online marketing tactic is that each social media in marketing has it has its own rules and stuff. Okay, for instance, right, on Instagram, it's different than marketing on Twitter and than marketing on Facebook or on Pinterest or anything like that. And like on Instagram, it's all about pictures, right? It's building a story with based with your pictures, right? And sending them over to click that link on your bio, right? And so there's rules and things like that. So you gotta be a very visual kind of person if you're gonna be marketing on Instagram, right? You're gonna want to like pictures, right? It has mini videos you can put, but it's almost basically about pictures, and it can work very, very well, right? On Twitter, it's all about activity. You gotta be really active in there. You have to be posting very frequently in there, right? And because and also building up your followers. On all the social medias, you always want to build followers because it is a numbers game, right? But like, let's say on Twitter, it could be pictures. You can post pictures, and you can put things, but it's more about like attention grabbers, right? Because people are just going on Twitter and they see those Twitter updates, and what you're gonna want to do is like, that's why you got to be updating a lot of stuff, and sending them to different things, and it's kind of like fishing, right? Like on Twitter, it's kind of like fishing, right? You're posting, like you're putting different status in there, and you got to put different things that are gonna grab people's attention, right? That are gonna intrigue people to want to click on the link, and send them over to certain things, right? And you got to get them to know you and kind of like you in a different way than in Instagram, right? On Facebook, it's more like, Facebook's a little trickier because they have all these rules and things about how to, what's going to make you pop out on other people's newsfeed, right? So there has to be a more interaction. So let's say, for instance, on Facebook, the more you interact with the people that are there, the more they'll see your stuff. So like, if you're liking, if you're commenting, if you're sharing, and if you're messaging too, all of a sudden you'll start to see. That's kind of what I started to notice, right? Like I wouldn't see, like, in my newsfeed, I wouldn't really necessarily see somebody like a person that was my friend on Facebook. I wouldn't see them, but the moment I would start to interact with them or message them, all of a sudden Facebook will be like, oh, these people are friends. They're really friends. So that means that maybe they can see each other's stuff, and the more you like their stuff, the more you'll start seeing their stuff, right? So let's say, for instance, you and I are friends. The more you start to like some of my pictures, the more Facebook is going to be showing you those pictures, right? So you want to be in a way, you want to be interactive with people so they can see your things, but you also want to put things in there that are gonna make people like your statuses and comment on your statuses, because the more they do that, the more frequently Facebook will show them your pictures to them, right? And so you gotta, Facebook is more interactive. You gotta be there. You gotta be there almost all day, right? Things like that. If you have more time, you could be there, right? Instagram is a little laid back. You can do certain things like what I'm doing, where you can post once, twice, 3 times a day, and you can be getting really good results, right? And on Twitter, you got to be doing it a lot, right? But you can use certain tools that we can recommend for you to use that will do that stuff for you, right? But those are 3 social medias right there, and as you can see, they're kind of different, and it has its own little different characters. And on the Elite Marketing Academy, we're coming up with a brand new product where I'm going to be teaching you exactly what I do. And like I said, step by step, exactly what I do to get 15 to 20 leads a day, right? 15 to 20 leads a day, and you can get that with with this new training that we're gonna be coming up. And if you want to be one of the first people to be there, either if you're a cadet already, that's great. You're gonna be hearing more news as that comes along. Or if you're not a cadet yet, then I invite you to become a cadet by clicking the link at the bottom of this video and joining our Facebook group. And all you gotta do is just request admission, and we're gonna be there, and you're gonna get more news about how to how to do Instagram. And later on in the future, I'm just gonna give you a clue. We're gonna start bringing up how to get leads and sales from Twitter and from other stuff. And I also will show Craigslist, right? We know how to get a lot of stuff on Craigslist, so we can bring traffic from Craigslist and stuff like that. But what I want to do right now is I want to go ahead and pass the mic to the co-founder of Elite Marketing Academy. He's here. He's Terrence. This guy is a social media beast, right? He knows how to use social media to leverage his appearance, right? And be able to connect with top producers, millionaires, right? And how to be known throughout the social media sphere. I mean, almost everybody knows this guy, right? Terrence Freeman. And so I want him to share a little bit about that, how that is, and how he chooses the correct online marketing strategies that fit, that could fit your style, right? Depending on how you are. If you're like a pit bull, then you want to use this. If you're more like a poodle, if you're more like a chihuahua or something like that, then you want to be using different styles, because not all social media can be used. I mean, it can be used by everybody, but there's more social media that is geared for somebody. Like for me, I'm more geared for like Instagram, Twitter kind of thing. And then, I see Terrence more into, Snapchat and Facebook. I mean, he gets mad engagement on those things, right? I get mad engagement on the other ones, right? And that's because our different attitudes. But with that, my friends, if Terrence is ready, I want him to come out, share, a little bit about who Terrence is, and then, lay down the law about social media. Go ahead, Terrence. Your mic is yours.
What is going on, guys? Fellow cadets, what is happening? I hope you guys are having a phenomenal Tuesday evening. I hope you guys are fired up and getting geared up for this one, because you guys better have your pad, whether it's yellow or white, it doesn't matter. The key thing here is that you guys are taking notes, and hopefully that you guys are getting, let's just say intense value, because right now these are intense times, right? Why are you here, right? Why did you become a part of the Elite Marketing Academy, right? Why did you become, like, what are you looking for, right? Like, we ask these questions to ourselves every day, guys. Every day. Every day we ask ourselves these same questions until we find what it is we're looking for. And but to push this, excuse me, to push that to the side a bit, just to briefly tell you who I am for you new cadets who are here on this webinar. I am from New York City, born and raised. I am a parent of a 16-year-old son. He just turned 16 last weekend. Well, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Sometimes you just lose your days when you're just like building engagement and creating income and uh, creating like context, dudes. Like, dude, your mind forgets about what day it is because you're giving, right? And I'm going to get into that. So, I, again, born here in New York City, have my 16-year-old son, had some ups and downs way before my son was born, made some serious, costly decisions. And I did make money, but it cost me more with my time. But I guess you guys can figure that one out. The funny thing is that that's what taught me to really realize that I can do more, except you got to realize is there's no sprinting involved. There's a marathon here, and I'm going to talk about that later on. So, my mom, God bless her. Right now she's lost her hearing, so she's staying with me. Got to take care of her at the same time because she loses her balance with the vertigo. And but my mom lost her husband, which was my dad, at the age. I think he was 38. No, he was 42. My mom was 38. And that was in 1979, and I was 9 years old. I lost my dad, so I had no father figure. So um, I had to grow up quick. You know, and then you're looking at what's going on in the streets, and there's no one there to tell you, yo, don't do that. That's not what to do. But because you attract, or you get attracted by what you want, you know, you got eyes. You see it, you go after it. If there's someone you want to meet and you know that he can propel you, you go after it, right? And that's what happened with me. So long story short, I had my son in 2000, April 28th, and he's 16 now, and it's amazing. I was working legitimately, and when I mean legit, I mean like, being the husband, being, well, I wasn't married. I was intending to get married, but I didn't really go for the shot. She still doesn't even know about that anyway. But um, I was, doing the family thing. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even look into extra income, or I was cool, man. I was like, dude, I'm cool. I got my family. I got my hugs. I got my son. I got my stepdaughter. I got wifey. I'm cool. A lot of people are comfortable with that, and that's cool. I was there, man. I was there. Some of you might be there now. Some of you might not. But if you are there right now, just realize that every day that hinders you. And that's what I realized. Now, when my son turned 8 is when I realized. Okay, 8 years later, boom, I realized it, and I said to myself, "Hey, you know what? I did all of this, did what I had to do, right? Build, but something's missing. I know I can do more, right? But I still continued. I still continued, and long and behold, a year later, a friend of mine comes to me and got me involved in network marketing. And that's what launched with me. And that's where I got my experience, my, you know, fully engaging. I learned how to be me, to be honest, because I was always shy. I wouldn't talk to people. I would go to the meeting and be the quiet one. I wouldn't ask questions. I would listen, but I wouldn't ask questions or anything like that. But then I realized that after 3 months being in and not making a dime, and maybe having one or two people in, it's like, okay, hold on. The point here is what I'm trying to say here is, guys, is that we, as human beings, we're going to make mistakes and we're going to learn. And when Nestor was talking about the vision, right? Like this was his vision, right? And he already knew I wanted to do something. He already knew that we was going to like men, right? And this is what blossomed right now. We have our Elite Marketing Academy. We have training in there, right? And we still have a larger vision, okay? We just went through like the first maybe half step towards the vision that's even bigger. Because a vision, guys, is what you want to hold on to, right? But remember, you just can't hold on to it. You got to walk towards that vision. And Elite Marketing Academy is not just about showing you online marketing strategies and getting more leads and how to target, retarget. Yeah, that's the details. Those are the small details. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, man? There are smaller, even deeper details than that, because you cannot even get to that. You can't just be like, okay, I just want to go get leads. I want to go buy traffic, and boom. You can't do that. You got to realize that there is a process here, a mental process, guys. This is why so many people fail in multi-level marketing, network marketing, and they pivoting and quitting because they go from, a pivot is what I used to use as a mason. I would send it right down the center of the flute when I used to build fireplaces 8 years ago. Okay, and I don't miss it. But I love working with my hands. Trust me, I can build you any fireplace. I can build your wall. I can build. Okay? I learned how to become a mason. But as you're pivoting that pivot down the center, there are two types of pivots. You just can't send it down the center of the flute, right? Without knowing where the center is. You have to take measurements. And that's what a lot of people are failing. A lot of people are not measuring up. They're not taking measurements, guys. Here, we're going to show you through the trainings, through the courses, through the workshops that we're going to have for you guys of how you're going to be able to expand that vision that you've been holding on to, and how you're going to take that vision and you're going to culturalize it, guys. This is about culture, guys. Me and Nestor, we have a culture. Nestor is Mexican. There's heavy, deep culture there, man. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Taino. There's a heavy, deep culture there. Come to my uncle's house in Puerto Rico, or go to Nestor's grandparents' house in Mexico, or it's culture, guys. This is what we grew up with. But what happens is we get veered off. We get veered off the script a bit, right? Because school, the music, the people, right? But we get back on track, knowing exactly what it is we need to do and what it is we need to do moving forward, and making sure that that track is straight. And we got to give. So the purpose here is look, guys, and I took down some notes of what I was going to talk about, and I'm just going to be brief here, okay? And I want you guys to really hone onto this, like a missile honing onto Osama bin Laden. All right. All right. So I'm just, I'm a funny dude. Nestor knows. I'm always cracking up, man. So don't take me too serious, dudes. All right. I try not to be too serious here, but then again, I try not to be too funny, But hey, what the hey, right? Let's see. What I wanted to share with you guys here. Now, I was talking about the vision, because I always take down my notes and I have it outlined exactly what I'm going to be talking about with you guys. So, we said, that vision, you hold on to it, but again, you definitely want to have that going towards. You gotta be actionable, man. Like that vision will just be that, a vision. Like people playing lotto, they play every day. They have a vision, but they're not doing no action. They're just going to the bodega or to the grocery store or to the stationery store, putting in $1. That's their work towards the vision, right? Don't depend on the luck. Don't depend on the luck, guys. Depend on learning. And that's what you're going to be depending on here. When you depend on the learning of the courses that you're getting here, and you get the results behind that, you're going to understand why I said don't depend on the luck and depend on the learning. Depend on the learning. That's even better than depending on people. Trust me, all right? It's even better. And we all know that motivation is something that's internal, right? That's something that's internal. I can say as many things I need to say here, and Nestor can say things here that, oh yeah, it motivate. Oh shit, wow, that motivated me. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, oh my God, wow, really? I can do that, right? But that's it. Once we get off this screen, it's up to you to continue that motivation, that momentum, that mental motivation. Okay, because if you don't have it in here, believe me, it ain't going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere. Everybody says the heart. Yeah, the heart always pumps, man. but the heart pumps what? Blood to the brain. You know what? That's where I create my thoughts. And you know what? If I don't create and think it here first, and then put this into it after, but you just can't put your heart into something without knowing what it is you're getting or putting your heart into, right? A lot of people have it backwards, man. So we all know that we have to take massive action, right? We're going to show you guys how you're going to take massive action within your organization, okay? Because the Lead Marketing Academy, I know there are cadets here who are doing their network marketing companies or their online businesses and want to expand, right? But we're going to show you exactly what it means that when you go wide, is important, but you just want to make sure that you don't go too wide and how you're gonna build depth. And you're gonna do that by learning how to build culture. Culture, not teams. You're gonna build culture. Okay? The New York Yankees, the LA Dodgers, the Golden State Warriors, those are teams. They're not a culture. The NBA is a corporation. The NFL is a corporation. The MLB is a corporation, and they have teams. They don't have a culture. They don't even build a culture. When you go to the stadium, you don't see anything that's gonna. You just go to enjoy the game or your favorite player. Your favorite player, or maybe you want to go have. Maybe that's where you get your favorite frankfurters, or at the stadium. Some people are like that. Y'all don't even like none of these teams. I just love the frankfurters. I've met people like that at Yankee Stadium. Trust me. And that is hilarious, dudes. Trust me. But yeah, so we all know that you build wide, but make sure that you build that depth. Whatever you're gonna build wide, you gotta show them to build depth because that's your depth right there, guys. And that is what you're gonna be learning in some of the courses we're gonna have in our files tabs. We all know that we gotta be flexible, right? We gotta be flexible. We gotta be flexible here first, right? Because this is where the decisions are coming from. A lot of people are not too flexible. A lot of people are like an entrepreneur knows that you have to be flexible because they know that the market changes rapidly. Me and Nestor knows that the market changes rapidly, and we're going to be sharing. That's why we're on top of the game with exactly what's happening because none of the stuff that we learned ourselves or caught on or learned from someone else. That stuff, guys, has shown us massive results. And what we decide to do is, hey, you know what? We're going to give it to these people for free. And Nestor has been dropping like video after video after video, and my 4-part video series is being done. And guys, I'm going to tell you guys something. Get ready for that one. Because if you guys loved what Nestor did, and I'm telling you that it's only going to be, and remember, it's two different categories. Nestor is a totally different person when it comes to marketing online, and I'm a totally different person when it comes to marketing socially. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, it's all under one umbrella. So you definitely want to be flexible. And remember, if you're doing anything, if you're doing any type of marketing for a company, you remember that marketing systems change all the time. They change all the time. There's no way that you're not going to be able to see that. Oh wow, that just that price just changed. Or this marketing always changes because the customers, right? Marketing changes because the way customers buy. And guys, we're going to show you exactly how you're going to be able to target people, how you're going to be able to pull them into your product and or service, right? Whether it's a weight loss product, nutrition, green juice, real estate agent, lawyer that needs to get more clients, we're going to show you exactly how you're going to attract that just by using one simple step, guys. Okay? And I'm like I said, I'm being brief tonight. I definitely had to take care of a few stuff earlier today, and it just definitely got crazy. It got a bit cray. But cray is good. You don't want to be banished too much. Banished is good, but too much banished, then you might be standing still too much if you're banishing too much, right? So, I said definitely, width and the width and the depth, be flexible, right? Marketing systems always change. You know, if you think about this, and even as I look at the word width and depth, because that's how I wrote width and depth, right? And you build your width, like your organization. That's you're gonna build that, right? And then you gotta also remember that you're gonna build your depth, right? You're gonna build your depth. But you know what? Do it at the same time. Do it at the same time. Most people just go wide first. And then they realize that what they have in their organization can't build no depth. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of the trainings that we have, and this works for online marketers, this works for the person who has a real estate company, this works for the person who has a law firm, this works for the person who has a multi-level marketing um, is a multi-level marketer or distributor, right? Or even the car salesperson, right? The car saleswoman. Like this training that we're gonna share with you guys is gonna definitely blow your way. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. Nestor said something very, very important. You guys definitely want to pay attention to what Nestor is going to roll out because if you've already been a cadet and been watching our webinars and our videos, and we're getting that feedback from you guys, and we know who you guys are, guys. What Nestor's gonna roll out for you guys is gonna definitely, definitely 10x what it is, whatever it is that you're doing right now, you're going to start seeing some results. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to see as long as you implement. As long as you implement what Nestor is going to show you in his product, guys, you're going to see results. You're going to see them. All you need to do is implement them step by step. Nestor is not a hard person to understand. Okay, you'll definitely hear and watch, and in fact, he'll have it scripted out for you anyway. So that'll be no problem. So remember, build wide, build that at the same time. Just do it at the same time, and whatever it is you're doing, right? And always, a friend of mine told me years ago, always ask questions and always learn to see. Because how many times do we overlook stuff? I remember going to my first event when I was in multi-level marketing, and I'd be like, "Nah, I don't want to talk to that dude. Damn, this dude is too important. Damn." And I'll look back, but then I'm looking, but I'm actually overlooking because I'm not even taking no action towards that. And you don't want to do that in your businesses, guys. You want to learn to see. And what I mean learn to see is you see what it is you need, you're going to go towards that. I do it all the time. I go to our events and I get in the faces. I was going into the events when I was doing MLMs and I would get in the millionaires' faces. And mind you, I was making pretty good money. I had a depth of about 400 people in my downline between 8 of us that started it when we first got involved with multi-level marketing. This was back in 2009. We're in 2016 right now. We've been doing online marketing for about 3 years, and now we're giving exactly what it is that we did by results, by how much we've generated, and the stuff that we've learned is in here right now. Because every day you guys get online and want to know, how can I? How can I? What do I need? Oh, that's it. It's like we're always curious, right? And those are for the ones who want to learn. So that's what exactly the elite. I would like to say EMA. I like EMA. Like people be like, dude, what's that? Dude, that's Elite Marketing Academy. I caught like 3 people today with that. Dude, EMA, what's that? Elite Marketing Academy, guys. What? Yo, go online, go check it out. So look, bottom line is this: you want to learn to see. You want to learn exactly where people always are. It's like, I shot the video today. I was downtown in Times Square, and I'm walking around. I'm looking at all these people, and I'm thinking to myself, all these people are online. And these storefronts is my internet, is your online business. It doesn't even matter what the name of the storefront. Just imagine all of these. That's all my business right there. And you got people walking around, buying and shopping. Now, if you're going to run a business or learn or open up one or even start one online, the number one thing to do is what? We have to learn how they buy. Because I'm a consumer, but I'm a producer more than a consumer. We produce strategies, we produce trainings, we produce academies, we produce curriculums to help people make more online. We produce workshops. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, we consume. I gotta eat. I'm a consumer too. But at the same time, I'd rather be more of a producer, and we're going to show you exactly why that's more important and why that's going to help you with your business. And again, it doesn't even matter what business you have, guys. It's all about the implementation of the strategies, because the workshops that we're going to be doing are going to be massive. As long as you guys participate. Look, if the workshops are all about live interactions and live workshops, like remember when you was in college or when you was in high school, you'd have a group workshop. It'll be within a group, helping each other. Who needs what? Who needs help with what? What is it you need? And that is exactly what we're going to be doing here and giving you guys. I mean, I'm not sure what day, but me and Nestor will definitely be. I'm not sure what day. I'm not sure it'll be the same day, or because it'll be two different things. You know, we got the webinars, we have the workshops. Yeah, you know, and the workshops are the interactions. You know, that's where you guys go in and tell us exactly. Hey, look, look, man, I did this. I took the course, man, but I'm having trouble with this. You know, Nestor, I took this. I took video. I took EMA 102, and but I went all the way through, and I still don't get it. And that's okay. That happens, man. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Trust me. I never like math is one of like my worst subjects, man. All I knew is that all I need to know is how to count money, right? Like, all I need to know is how to count money. If I can count my money and you know exactly how much change I gotta get back, then I don't gotta worry about nothing else, man. Right? It's like you can't rip me off, dude. And then you learn, you learn on your way. Math was my worst subject, dude. I was like a 65, 75 average, for real. Even in high school. Like once I hit geometry, it was a wrap. I was like, I don't need this, man. Like I remember walking out, man. I swear to God, I remember walking. That teacher looked at me like, dude, this dude is cray cray. I got in trouble, but I definitely walked out. I got up with my bag and left. But that's the lifestyle of, yo, I want to be an entrepreneur. I already knew that back like 14 years old. Even 12, when I was selling the candies in the coat room in the 6th grade. Like I knew it too, man. I knew it. It's like you know these things, but sometimes you get sidetracked in life, right? And you know, we have family and we don't stay focused. We hang out with the wrong people sometimes, make bad decisions. Yo, dude, life is life. It gets in the way, but once you catch yourself, that's the key thing. That's the key thing. You also want to learn how to think differently, man. Want to learn how to think different. One thing about me with that is that, you know, even when like I said, I take the subway every day, and I you can actually see, because when you're actually feeding your mind every day, reading books every day, and absorbing, right? You're not just reading or watching a video for the heck of it, or watching a webinar for the heck of it, or watching a motivational video for the heck of it, right? You're actually absorbing that. And guess what? It goes into your subconscious mind. And that thought is going to pop up again during the day, during the same day, you know, during the same day. But you want to think different. You want to think different because the okay, person is not thinking the same way. They're not picking up a book and reading it every day. They're not picking up another book and reading it the following week. They're not picking up another book or watching another. They're not doing that. They're busy doing their Candy Crush, their Angry Birds, their games online. You know, it's all cool, man. It's all cool. But don't be mad at us when you see us on top of the game, and then you're seeing us online, and you're like, who the heck are these guys? Who the hell these guys are? Like after because it's like you see it, man. You see that people get upset at you for trying to do better. I know I sidetracked it there a bit, but sometimes you just gotta it's again, it has to do with thinking different. If you don't, you're just gonna be average, mediocre, and what are you gonna do with your life? That's the purpose of Elite Marketing Academy, is to help you expand that, to help you take that to the next level with the courses, with the training, and guess what? Create results. But you gotta be actionable. You gotta be actionable, man. You gotta put that big A in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Put that big A, actionable, in your heart. So learn to think different, and also, come with them. What did I say? Have a way to get leads. Yeah, also, because that's what you're gonna be learning here, is having your way to get leads and traffic, which is the next outline, which is the last one. And what I'm gonna share with you guys is gonna be quick, okay? Look, one thing is that we have to be effective, right? We have to be effective in generating our leads, right? And we have to know exactly what it is we have. You have to believe in your products, right? You have to believe in your. I don't know what products you have that you're doing right now, but if you're doing it and you're not creating any results, it's because you don't believe in the products. You don't believe in the product. So you want to be one person that believes in their product and be effective, right? Be effective with it and with the selling, okay, at the same time, and have something that has attractive selling to it. A product is a product. Look at Coca-Cola. Look at McDonald's. Look at, they have attractive selling. They have attractive selling, and they figured that out years ago. They figured that out a long time, and they learned how to be effective with it. It's the same way. We have to do the same thing, guys. We have to do the same thing as businessmen and women, because at the end of the day, if you're doing online marketing and you're selling a product, you're doing business. You're doing a transaction. You're a businessman and you're a businesswoman. A lot of people are caught up with the network marketing thing, and you're still doing business. You're going to your friend's house, doing a presentation, you give him a sample of weight loss product, and then he buys the product. You did business. You're a businessman and a businesswoman. Okay, so you got to do that. Have something that's gonna that has attractive selling, and always, 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 always get involved with what's gonna help you expand more, right? Like here with the Lead Marketing Academy, where Nestor shares with you his product, there's gonna be more for you there. There's gonna be more for you there, where you're gonna be able to expand and propel from there. But again, without no implementation, there's no declaration. For real, for real. There isn't. There isn't. And just to keep it final here, duplication is key. We're going to show you that. And again, the final one, which was key for me, was cultural, which is also the last one. See, cultural right there, number 3. It's cultural. That's all we focus on here, guys. It's going to share with you guys besides the strategies and the marketing and how to get traffic, how to get leads, you got to first know how to be cultural. Because if you're not attracting that, look, leads can come all day, every day. But if you're not building it, or you just, oh, I gotta get leads, and you go and buy traffic from some unknown, right? And then all you see is 5 or 6 leads come in, and you're like, and no one spends money, no one buys your product, no one even goes or opts in. They just put in their email, but they didn't really open up. They didn't go to the next process, right? You don't want to be a part of that. We're going to show you exactly what steps you need to do and how you're going to attract people, even for free, guys, even for free. And Nestor is a king with this thing on Instagram. Like, I got it on Facebook, but Nestor is like 10x with the Instagram thing, dude. I've learned so much with Nestor on the Instagram that, dude, it's very important that you definitely get get on that training. So again, guys, duplication, be cultural, and what's more important for me, man, you gotta have that vision, man. You gotta have that vision. You gotta have that vision that attracts whatever it is that you already have set and you have desires for. But again, you gotta have actionable desires, man. Look, I learned my lesson. I'm 44 years young, and guess what? In the next 4 more years, you best believe, and maybe even maybe shorter, but I gave myself 4 years. You're gonna see a whole different background here. Like, it's gonna be a totally different background. That I will guarantee you that. But I hope you guys got something here. I just want to get in depth with you guys. I didn't really want to go into the cray training. Nestor's more, into the introduction. We want to, again, these Tuesday night webinars, man, are more like to get to know you guys, to exactly share with the new people who come in every week and that hop in here every week. We introduce ourselves. We let these guys know exactly what our plan is. And for you guys who've been here every week for the past month, look, man, you guys are rock stars. You guys are getting that solid training because, like we say, click that button down below if you're new here and you're not in the academy yet. Look, click the button down below so this way you get access to EMA 101, 102, 103, 104, and that way you already start taking action with that. And you're going to start seeing testimonials. You'll see testimonials of people already saying what they're getting from the training and how much they are creating something, or they have learned this and they're going to go implement it and they're getting results from it. That's crucial, guys. It's crucial. So this is why the Elite Marketing Academy is only here to help you guys grow. Okay? And mind you, I'm not nowhere near where I want to be. But you gotta give. You can't push, right? Can't be pushing all the time, right? You gotta give. Gotta give. Everybody pushing. It's like being a sprinter. Like I said earlier, everybody's sprinting to one thing, to another thing, or to another opportunity, to like sprinting, and then they quit. And then they sprint to another one. But mentally, they don't even think like a marathon runner. The marathon runner is going for miles, man. 26 plus miles, dude. Long haul, dudes. I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to build that up within courage, culturally, and how you're going to build that up mentally, and how you are not going to quit, and how you are going to stop being a sprinter and learn how to be a marathon runner. Floor is yours, Ness. Woo! I'm fired up, dude.
Woo, woo, woo. All right. Well, guys, you heard it right there from Terrence. You heard it from me at the beginning. We are at the top of the hour. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sharing an hour of your time here. And I hope that you guys got some massive value, which we give. But of course, like I said at the beginning, there's no way that we can give and provide you with everything we can right now. Like Terrence said, this is just an introduction. It's like an open house, right, for an academy. So you can come in, you can meet your instructors, right? You can meet us and know a little bit about what we are all about. And that way you can either, if you're already a cadet, go out there, take some action. You can you have to show up to class. You got to show up to class if you want to get that information. There's no buts about that. And if you're not yet a cadet, hey, you know what? Right now, it's not even. It doesn't even cost you anything to join. You just gotta click that button, request, into the academy, and you become a cadet that way and start training now, right? And this is for anybody who is an entrepreneur, anybody who wants to learn online marketing. This is your chance to be able to learn something, and on a step-by-step basis, and become a cadet with that way. But with that, my friends, you know what? Thank you for hold on. Sorry, guys, my daughter's right here. But I just want to thank you. I want to appreciate you guys. We're gonna be here next Tuesday teaching on some other subject. Giving you another little preview of what we're doing, and keep a lookout for the new Instagram training that's coming up, right? because I just finished recording the ending for the online marketing 101, and which I'm putting together. That's gonna be all set up now. The marketing 101 is gonna be up there, because here's the truth really quickly. I just want to finish it up, and we're gonna, like, in less than 30 seconds, we're gonna close it up. Is that, you know, a lot of people are failing in online marketing, and this is why I fail, is because they don't even have the basics. They don't even know what online marketing 101 is all about. And so that's exactly what you're going to learn step by step. You're going to learn everything that you need to know to be able to have the foundation, the right foundation, to be able to start going out there and market online. But with that, my friends, you know what? Thank you so much. You know, I hope to see you. If you haven't, you know, if you are going to make a decision to join us and to become a cadet, I want to welcome you, and I want to see you inside the academy and inside the classes, right? Exactly. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next Tuesday. And if you're a cadet, I want to see you inside the classes. I want to see you commenting inside the classes, because you can comment. Leaving us a comment, leaving what's going on,
Hey
and
guys, let us
get
know,
to us.
guys.
Get to
Let
us.
us know, guys. Let us know exactly. You know, we need your feedback. This way, we can, you know, we can change things around. We need to get feedback from you guys to listen to you guys. What are the things you need? What is more important to you? And you know, based on the results that we get back, that's what we're gonna focus on. So the floor is yours. That floor is on you guys. Okay. So with that being said, go
Exactly.
ahead, Ness.
Exactly. You know, this academy, we build it for you guys, specifically for you guys. And so we're here to listen to what you need. The more you tell us what you need, the more we're gonna be able to help you. I mean, it's something that I only see this happening in real universities, right? Right, where people are there, they listen to the students, and they create classes based on that, right? But online marketing, you know, sometimes it's a rarity that you can get that kind of type of attention of customer service. So we're here for you. We're here, and we want you to succeed. Succeed. Our number one priority, to be honest, is your success. That's it. Our number one priority is to create the right training, the right guidance for you to succeed in whatever that you're doing. That's our number one priority. And if you, the more feedback you give us, the better and the faster we're gonna get there. But with that, my friends, see you next Tuesday with, you know, on the Elite Marketing Academy Tuesday night trainings, and I'll see you inside the academy. Bye, guys. Bye for now.